Chapter 1, Introduction to Hospitality and AMP, Tourism. Marketing Management. Objective: by the end of this lecture you should be able to define marketing, identify a marketing orientation, understand the marketing, appreciate the need for successful travel and tourism marketing, recognize the difficulties inherent in marketing tourism services. Defining marketing. Marketing is often said to start and end with the consumer, and indeed this emerges as a core aspect of the many definitions of marketing. The intention here is to start by looking at a selection of these varied definitions of marketing and to attempt to summarize their key elements. One commonly accepted definition of marketing is that proposed by the British Chartered Institute of Marketing, CIM-. Marketing is the management process which identifies, anticipates and supplies customer requirements efficiently and profitably. The importance of understanding markets is evident here, with the focus being on the consumer and their needs. This definition has, however, met with some objections because of the inclusion of the word profitably, as profit need not be an objective of a company adopting the marketing philosophy. Perhaps less contentious is the following definition, put forward by the highly regarded American marketing academic, Philip Kotler. Marketing is a social and managerial process by which individuals and groups obtain what they need and want through creating, offering and exchanging products of value with others. Kotler, 1994. Kotler further describes marketing management as the process of planning and executing the conception and distribution of goods, services, and ideas to create exchanges with target groups that satisfy customer and organizational objectives. Essentially, marketing management describes a process of planning, organizing, implementation and control. Several authors, concerned that readers may develop too narrow a view of marketing, have pointed out that the actions involved in this process described above need not be confined to typical products. Indeed, marketing activity is not restricted to physical goods. Objects of marketing activity include political candidates, charities, educational establishments, as well as the often cited examples of fast-moving consumer goods, such as baked beans, and consumer durables, such as cars. Another important way of looking at marketing is as a process which matches the capabilities of a company with customer needs. In this way the objectives of both can hopefully be met. Exchange processes are clearly an important outcome of marketing activity. All potential customers with a particular need or want and who may engage in exchange to satisfy this need or want constitute a market. The market for travel in general could therefore be said to consist of all potential customers with a need or a want to travel. Economists describe a collection of buyers and sellers who transact over a particular product or product type as a market. Marketing is often confused with both selling and promotion. Promotion and selling are, however, subsets of marketing. Although marketing involves both selling and promotion, it encompasses other activities in addition to these. Drucker explains the difference between marketing and selling. Marketing is not only much broader than selling, it is not a specialized activity at all. It encompasses the whole business. It is the whole business seen from the point of view of its final result, that is, from the customer's point of view. Concern and responsibility for marketing must therefore permeate all areas of the enterprise. Drucker, 1994. Some basic themes can be identified from the many and varied definitions of marketing that exist. Marketing is a philosophy whereby an organization achieves its objectives with a customer orientation supported by an integrated corporate effort. Marketing decision-making revolves around the customer, their needs and wants. Marketing involves the management of organizational functions with a concern for customers. The crucial factor here is not the job titles given to such roles but the fact that they are managed with the correct orientation and integrated with each other and the rest of the organization's activities. Understanding marketing requires an appreciation of the fact that consumers are interested in products which offer them benefits, rather than in the features displayed by products. Marketing activities themselves are expensive, and so understanding of them is necessary to guide expenditure. The marketing philosophy. As stated at the start of this lecture, marketing is concerned with the centrality of the customer in business decision-making. This should be viewed as a business philosophy which is at the very heart of an organization's culture as opposed to being a departmental philosophy. As explained by Keith. In a marketing company, as distinct from one which has simply accepted the marketing concept, all activities, from finance to production to marketing, should be geared to profitable consumer satisfaction. The marketing philosophy clearly emphasizes the importance of demand, what can be sold, to whom, when, where and in what quantities. It is therefore essential to have a basic understanding of the principles of supply and demand before studying marketing. Although beyond the scope of this book, these concepts are fully covered by Bull, 1995. Underlying this marketing philosophy is an appreciation of the fact that products simply provide a means of meeting customer needs. The difficult truth is that these needs can be met in other ways, typically by competitive products. This is one of the great challenges facing marketers. The historical development of marketing. Marketing is often described as a relatively new phenomenon, but in fact modern-day marketing has its roots in early trade. Exchange processes have been in existence ever since any type of product has been available in excess. What has been more recent, however, is the evolution of frameworks for managing these exchanges. Today these frameworks have become extremely sophisticated. It is widely recognized that it was the fast-moving consumer goods, FMCG, companies that first embraced the marketing concept. In the late 1990s, marketing became synonymous with business skills in the FMCG area, and yet it is only more recently that the service sector has really started to take marketing seriously as a business discipline. Writers typically portray the development of marketing as having occurred in a number of key phases with significant roles played by industrialization and, more recently, by technological innovations. As we saw earlier, marketing is not merely an activity for profit-making organizations. More recently there has been a growth in the adoption of marketing by non-profit-making organizations. Many public sector organizations have been under pressure to adopt a more marketing-oriented approach in recent years. In some cases this is due to changes in their funding structure which require them to be self-sustaining. The importance of marketing. There is much evidence of the success of marketing. Peters and Waterman, 1982, found that excellent companies were more customer-oriented. Those who are skeptical about the value of marketing would do well to look at the numerous examples of products and company failures that have resulted when marketing has been disregarded. Entire industries have suffered as a result of their failure to embrace the principles of marketing. Examples of this are often quoted from Theodore Levitt's esteemed article Marketing Myopia, which was published in the Harvard Business Review in 1960. Levitt was one of the first management theorists to stress the importance of a marketing approach. His article, which still has relevance today, points to the difference in focus between selling and marketing, describing the concern of the former as being with the needs of the seller, whilst the latter is concerned with the needs of the buyer. Categories of marketing. Marketing activities which take place across international borders are usually referred to as international marketing, whilst global marketing is used to describe an integrated international marketing program. This requires marketers to take some account of different local environments. There are many examples of international marketers amongst travel and tourism businesses, particularly amongst the larger hotel chains and airlines. Indeed, globalization has been a major characteristic of some sectors of the industry in recent years. The principles of marketing should be capable of application whatever the product, but in practice implementation of these can prove problematic in some areas. A distinction can be made between marketing which is aimed at consumers and that which takes place between businesses. The tourism industry displays both types of marketing. We have already seen that marketing emerged in the area of consumer marketing, and it is probably in this field that marketing is most established and most straightforward, if highly competitive. Industrial marketing involves marketing to industrial businesses, institutional or government buyers. Typical industrial product is raw materials and components which will be incorporated into later product and sold on. This form of marketing has a number of characteristics which are outside the scope of this lecture. A further area of marketing, services marketing, is however crucial to travel and tourism.